It was 4th of July hot on the 7th day of August that year, and the old man was sitting out on his front porch, leaned back in his wooden rocking chair. He had 3 days of stubble growing on his chin, with a bull-durn cigarette hanging from his mouth, had on his worn-out Stetson and his old faded jeans. He was long and lean, and he sure was hard on us young'uns, but he was straight and true, and we all loved the old man that we called Grandpa John. The day was almost done and the chores were complete, and I guess to a couple of 14-year-old buckaroos like my cousin and I, the temptation was just too sweet. So we waited patiently like a cat waits on his prey. We saw his head nod and his eyes close. We knew he'd started off on his snooze. So we pulled out that pack of black cats we'd been saving for that special occasion. A match was struck. The fuse was lit. A toss was given. But now I ain't going to say by whose hand. I'll have to explain that to my maker when I meet him. The black cats landed perfectly under the chair, with the first one exploding like a cannon starting a war. The rest is history as Grandpa jumped from his chair with a fly swat in hand. The chase was on over all the screaming and yelling. We ran like antelopes being chased by a lion and flew into the chicken coop where we were soon cornered with no place else to hide. We were trembling our boots as our spurs rattled out loud. We heard the door open as the cussing began. We knew we'd soon be torn to shreds when the swatting began. Then we heard a voice that sounded like it came from the streets of heaven. "John, what are you doing?" It was Grandma. She had arrived in the nick of time to save our ornery hides. "I'm going to cut 'em in two with this fly swat I've got." "John, you cut them boys in two, then there'll be 4 of 'em. Then what will you do?" Well, we watched Grandpa as he walked back to his chair, shaking his head in disbelief. But I can assure you this, us 2 little buckaroos never tried that stunt again.